All right, welcome. It is time for us to play some Dungeons and some Dragons as we are traveling through Aor and the frozen expanse that lies around it up to a northern island of Isocross. Our crew has teleported relatively safely onto ER and has found a friend who happens to be a floating skull and is moving their way north, just beginning to get sight of the coast itself. Rather frozen, some cold weather gear in short supply due to some metal touch shenanigans.
Some Dollar General Midas touch.
But all to say, after a vicious fight with a tentacled beast that was then blown up by potentially their own greed, you've made it on to the other side of the shore, across from the icy lake. The ice is thin. And if you are logging into our chat, remember you can you can go ahead and give some inspiration and in chat and let our story occur. So the cold wind freezes against your face, bits of snow upon your hair, and just your tears from the exposure freeze as icicles across your face. And yet you continue moving forward to it. Now you can see the bare visible coast of this main island of Isocross known as Foreign. The ice castle behind you, whatever that creature was also, and it is your crew of the Wild Bloom, the Plank King and his courtiers, and of course your floating skull. What would you like to do?
Take a breather.
So we still need to make some distance towards the coast, see if we can catch up with this boat, right? So do you want to rest now or rest there?
Oh, I thought we had continued after that, and we were at the shore.
You're still traveling a bit after the explosion, I believe.
We could rest here and just camp out for an hour, no big deal.
Just because the last thing I have in my notes is that we continue on and come to the shore.
Yeah. Just making sure there was anything anybody wanted to do.
Oh.
Does not encounter locals count?
How long have we been traveling for today? I guess is a better question. Like,
from what you've done, let's see, because you did some travel in Alongest, and then I do believe you're likely another days out from the shore.
I don't know, Matt, if you're doing the travel with difficult terrain or anything, but with the Natural Explorer, Royden is able to lead the group without any of those.
Right.
Or
so I
they
got
can
my
move
notes
also
out
stealthily.
correct. You had traveled for several days, then you had your encounter with the Kraken.
Right.
And now, so you are actually very close to the shore.
and what time of day? Like, how long have we been traveling for? Like, when did we last sleep? Like, have we
yeah,
been
for
traveling a
today,
bunch already?
you've been traveling a good 6 hours currently.
Okay, so we're coming up on the point where like we'd be getting to forced march territories. So if we can make it to the shore, I would just say I would push through to that, beat up as I am. If not, then if it's like we're still gonna need to travel like if it's like a total of like 4 hours approximately to the shore, then we can I don't know. Whatever the group wants to do.
There are
And
more.
I don't want to get to forced march.
And
what
well,
I'm
I
saying.
know that Tonk wasn't here, but he did take the hut to make sure that we had a decent place to rest.
Yeah, he did
has
have
hut.
that ready. Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't
His
want to
hut-
set a fire, like a campfire near the shore where it's visible from the rest of the sea. That's all.
No, that's awful. Though in the hut, technically, they wouldn't be able to see it, but in the hut is warm anyways, so we wouldn't need the fire there.
That reminds me, Royden, your little lizardy friend, you said he can fly, right?
Well, yes, if I'm not on him, that is correct.
Would you mind popping up a little bit, just look around and see if there are any obvious boats like along the coastline?
Can you see through him?
I just figured they spoke in some way and like had some kind of
I
like
think
chittering
we
language.
can.
We can always just send Noctis.
Right, like I can, command him, but I don't think he talks back per se.
I'm just so used to everybody around me having a pet friend they can talk to or see through. It's weird.
Yes, like Noctis, and I bring Noctis out of his dimensional space.
Yeah, I don't.
I've
I'm
been
not
I've
able
been
to,
loath
speak
to
with,
use him
like, a
because
familiar.
I don't want him to die.
I mean, Cal, it's not a bad idea. There's a whole lot of trees to climb around here.
I can look through him, but you'll either have to lead me as I walk, because as you know, I'm blinded and deafened when looking through him, or which may
I'll
slow
throw
our
him
pace
on
a bit.
Sid. Put him on Sid's saddle.
Okay, that works. So then I will just send Noctis to scout out by the sea, and basically just do like maybe like 1 hour loops approximately to then come back within range of the 100 feet to do the telepathy. Though I'll be looking through him, so I can always just bamf him to his little demi-plane, and then
But to be clear, can you short rest on the back of a lizard? If you're just watching through the eyes of a bird?
that's a Matt question. If I'm just riding, looking through Noxus's eyes, would I get a short rest for that?
I mean, generally, because riding isn't resting, because you're actively
Okay.
working, because it's actually a form of exercise.
Sadly. Set the lizard for autopilot.
Okay.
So to be clear, like we can rest before we get to the shore. I just want to make sure we have some eyes or some idea of whether or not we're walking into a coastline full of boats or nothing.
If we're gonna rest, then I can send him off to do that. But if I'm having to walk and such, or if I can ride blind, quote unquote, then... But can I even ride him? Because he's still medium, isn't he? And I think the thing that lets you ride is only you. And I left I left my Yodpurge back on the ship because I hadn't chosen to ride Brutus, who is also back on the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't
Yeah.
even ride him. So we can rest for an hour and I can knock this to go do that.
I'm fine with that answer. Anybody else have any opinions?
That's fine.
And then finish out the day with the last couple hours of travel after.
Royden is going to bring out some like what look like random various trinkets and essences of nature, and he's going to throw them out in the snow. Put a few circles around it, and looks like he's focusing on them. And he is going to use Primeval Awareness and spend a Ranger slot. And since he's in the favored terrain, he's going to try to sense there any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead are present within 6 miles of us.
Okay.
It doesn't reveal the location or number, but obviously I know that we have one probably with us, but just when he's seeing if there's anything else here.
Yes, there is a fae.
Yeah, there's a fae, there's an undead.
Okay, so what do you what does it detect again?
Just to see whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fays, fiends, or undead are present within 6 miles. So 2 of them are at least checked off, possibly with the undead lich, and then well, I wouldn't know personally about
Oh yeah, Royden wouldn't.
But-
So Royden would be like, there's fae about.
Well, you detect. I mean, you detect fae, you detect undead. And then within 6 miles, there would be aberrations.
Okay.
Yeah, and you detect dragon.
Oh, sweet. Everyone, Caldrum and Mal look. The surroundings tell me that we may have some aberrations and dragons nearby within a day's walk.
Great.
Yeah, and I would say specifically, you're looking around and look at the mountains, and as you see just strange crystallizations of ice, you saw the insane power that was released. And with forces like this, you would suspect there's mutations, which is where aberrations typically lie. And with I would say this, like I'd say this close proximity, I think you're assuming the skull is undead because it is a skull. Like it's not like it's like
Right.
But yeah, you
Stretch.
get that. And dragons, there's mountains. This is cold area.
Right.
Ice caves, and I mean, there's formations. It's I would say you kind of see those things and go, they're likely dragons here.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Not a lot of people. Well, not enough people, right, to be a pother, but enough prey for them to thrive.
Yeah. And from where you are,
Oh,
yeah, you pick up fiend.
okay. I will.
Specifically, you see as you look around, there are droppings that strangely are long gone. Like they should be. They've hardened, but they still give off this heat that slowly melts the ice around it and prevents them from freezing.
Interesting. Yeah, so I'll share that. I'll actually probably throw one at Mal. See if I wonder if he catches it. What did you catch?
Picked up
Try to
fiend
I just like
shit
think
and
fast.
threw it at him.
Yeah, I like think fast and I like toss it. And I'm like,
no,
we
no,
have some
Roy,
fiends.
we don't do that.
That's so unsanitary.
Well,
But so you saw the map. You know, it's supposed to be like a lake of fire or river of fire somewhere through here, right? But maybe a little dangerous. I don't know.
You must have gotten the idea from the monkey.
It's we just need to be aware of what is around. It's good to be at least.
Yeah.
So are we
You
resting?
get to learn, stench when you're tracking. It's good to know the difference in types of sheet that you might find.
So throwing this sheet helps us understand the sheet?
No, I'm trying to teach you different sheet.
Yeah, okay. I'm game, yeah. But Fuller told you I'm not subtle, right?
I've heard you on the deck and around the ship numerous times.
Okay.
Yeah, Mal, he traveled with us for months.
No, I'm saying, like, in terms of, like, when we're actually on shore doing, never mind. You'll learn.
So are we having Tom put up the dome for us to short rest in comfortably? While I look through Noctis's eyes to go see if I spot a ship.
Sounds
reasonable.
Time. Excuse me.
All right, so Tonk starts putting up the barrier.
Can I lob another, or gently toss another little ball bearing at Simon and see what happens to it?
I mean, I'll catch it. It's not going to turn anymore.
Yeah, it's fine.
It wore off by now?
Yeah, we've done it a couple times since.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It's
forgot.
been a little while.
Well, in any case, good catch.
I throw it back.
I miss.
If
I also threw it very hard, so it probably went very far.
if you discover you can do that with gold or platinum or diamonds, I will have a job for you quickly.
All right.
Captain, we said we were trying to do this as stealthily as possible, yes?
That's the idea. It's quiet and unawares.
Okay, then I'm going to make use of Bingle's pistol again, which will make us react a little bit slower potentially. And so over the short rest, while looking through, if I can, because I don't feel like I need to look every minute. Or you tell me if I can look through Noctis and switch my attunement to the Taffy pistol.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Okay.
So, well, are you? So I'm just confused. Are you trying to rest in this moment, or are you doing Noctis?
I was just taking it like, oh, fair. Though it doesn't take much energy for me to just look through his eyes. I'm sitting there not doing anything. My body is sitting there and you
Yeah,
can read while resting.
I would say the concentration to look through a familiar would not be a short rest activity.
Can you send them off on a drone mission and download it later?
Not really.
But
You can
Tonk's
read
got
while
I understand.
taking a short. Okay.
So I'll say, well, it's not that big of a deal. So I think you can go ahead and have your short rest, and then why don't just separately you go ahead and have your lookout, and it would just be a little bit after
Okay.
because you have the dome up, so it's not that big of a deal. Just kind of time wise.
Okay.
If at all possible, would I be able to try another cure wounds on Cal before we initiate the rest?
You want to do that before the rest?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to utilize what's going
This
to
is a warlock.
Oh, because of warlock slots. That's right. I was like, what? What are you doing? Oh, yeah.
Is it a D20 for the initial?
For cure wounds?
Yeah, 'cause
magic.
the funky magic.
You'd have the magic
Oh.
doing funny stuff.
Yes. Actually, at that level, I will not interact with if you're doing it second level.
I think it's third at this point.
It's third at this point.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, all your
Third
slots
level.
are the same level, so
Yeah.
you only have the same.
Oh, that's right.
level
Yeah.
slot.
Yeah. Let's roll.
So it is a D20.
At first, yeah.
Yay. Well, that's a 4.
Ooh, then give me that D100, my friend.
53.
Okay. Let's see. 53. Um, you see everything grow gray around you, and as you look, there is you hear screams from everywhere. There are people running, or they say were people once, almost in hellish states, screaming, and they are crying, tearing at their eyes, but they really have none to be able to take care of the problem. And it's just constant. And all of you in the camp see Jajal cast a spell. Mal, you were healed, and Jajal fades away.
Fades away.
Is gone.
The heal was to Caldrum, by the way.
Caldrum, sorry, to Caldrum.
Well, I tell you what.
I guess I'll just go ahead and roll the heal. Oh, 20. Dude, you get 20 HP back.
Nice. 8, and 1.
I've seen some magic trick, but that's something new.
Where's Tajal? Did he turn invisible again?
Oh no.
It didn't look like it.
Simon's gonna start picking up snow and throwing it around, trying to see if anything happens. Trying to
You
find
throw it all around
Tajal.
within the dome, and nothing.
Except for now, everybody's covered in snow.
Well, shit.
Tom, where did he go?
Well, you know, it's good for him to go on an adventure, right?
No,
right
typically,
now.
yeah, and not typically him. But bad things seem to happen when he goes by himself.
Well, he has that little helmet that makes him teleport. Maybe he teleport right back.
But he has to know where he's going. He never knows where he's going.
Well, you know, here's close-ish. He's familiar at least.
Do we just wait? Maybe he comes back?
Maybe I should have threw the shit at him and he picked it up. He would have been right back here.
Had we, you know.
Or maybe he would have found the fiend. I don't know how it works.
So now what?
I don't know.
This was before the short rest, too.
All right, we can at least take an hour to hope he comes back.
I mean, if he's gone for an hour, you think we should probably reach out to Tola and maybe get some funeral rites ready.
In
Too early.
what way are we going to reach out to Thola?
No, you know, it's just more of a, just a figure. Huh? I didn't know if any of you guys had the ability. I will tell you can do.
At this point, we're just probably going to tell a raven something and then hope it gets there somehow. I don't know.
I don't think you understand the backpack your daughter carried whilst traveling with us.
She's always been one to take on more responsibility than she probably should. She's too kind that way.
Agreed.
But she will also let you know that she's doing it. That's for sure.
She once tried to start charging us coin to heal us. So
You
yes,
know, she once
we're also
charged
aware
me.
of that.
She once charged me for the cake on my own birthday, so you know.
I mean, she's from Naruto. What do you want?
This is fair.
Is there a role I can make to try to understand what happened to him?
I mean, if you want to make an Arcana check.
Oh wait, I have to do it at disadvantage because I've just got a point of exhaustion. So 9, so probably not. I can't even. Yeah, no, I don't know.
I'll reach back into everything I've seen Cass do and try myself to figure out the Arcana thing, although it will not go well. 14.
No, you're not sure what has happened.
The usual.
It's
Alright.
just some of that stupid magic again.
Right?
He either makes it back to
Oh,
us, or
nemesis.
he doesn't. So
We give it an hour, at least an hour. Wouldn't want to leave him here invisible, tied up, and I don't know, whatever. By the way, Mal gets a little bored with the conversation, pulls out the wind-up merchant, plunks it in front of him, twist, twist, twist. Let's see what it makes.
Ooh.
That's a 3, a 4, and a 9. So that's going to be reroll. All right, so it's a broom of flying and a potion
Another
of
one?
growth. And then the first one needs a percentage roll. Hang on, let me find some dice. This and this.
Alright.
That's going to be 62, which puts us neatly into Featherfall category. So scroll to Featherfall, Broom of Flying for the next 24 hours, or Potion of Growth. Anybody want anything?
wait, I feel like these brooms of flying are quite useful. I will gladly purchase them.
Again, it's 50 gold will go in a day, but for today, it's yours.
Wait, does it?
Yeah, it goes away in a day. They always could do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or if you try to trade it or sell it.
I'll say, why are you figuring that out, Jajal?
Oh no.
You stand in this place, this world between worlds, it seems. It's still cold. The effects of the dome do not reach here. Actually, I'm sorry. That's right. They actually would reach here. So you still find yourself in the dome. What do you want to do?
So the last thing I remember is I go to try and heal Caldrum, and then all of a sudden, do I feel like I'm teleported, or everything just starts to like gradually change?
You cast the spell, the magic like flashes white, and then instead of your eyes refocusing on this world that you are on, it seems like you're someplace else.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Why is magic like this? Does anything seem to notice me?
Not at the moment.
And I can see or feel the dome, but nothing else?
Right.
Nice
You perceive the dome.
Oh boy. I suppose what I would do is kind of slowly reach my arms out while I'm still inside the dome and do like a light spin to see if I touch anybody.
I mean, you don't feel anybody, no.
I think then. Oh shit! What do I have in my bag that I can do? I'm gonna grab another little ball bearing and just kind of underhand lob it outside of the dome, but not really move. Just kind of like underhand it. Wait for a noise.
Okay. You hear a noise. Tuk, 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 tuk.
No response.
Huh?
Oh man. I guess at this point, I'll draw out the needle and kind of hold it out at the ready, and then step forward out of the dome.
Okay. Step forward. Whirling of tortured souls seems everywhere.
This sucks. Oh no. Where the hell am I? And I call out to anybody if they can hear me.
It's like you hear something. Who's there?
Can I tell what direction it came from?
To the west.
It's I kind of face over that direction, but I keep the blade pointed out that way, and I say, "It's Finn. Who are you?"
I'm stuck. Can you help me?
How are you stuck?
I fell through the ice.
I'll slowly take a few steps over in that direction with the needle out in front of me, and it illuminates like a small section. Let's see if I remember. It's like a 10-foot radius, dim light from the blade.
All right, you go forward. And finally, 10 feet, you hear it, and you hear it, and you come upon a frozen likeness of a human. So it says, "Help me! Help me!" It almost as the wind is blowing through it. And remind me, are you able to be surprised?
I don't remember, or I don't know how to answer that. I think so.
You don't have the alert feat, do you?
Negative.
And you don't have a weapon of warning?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll initiative for me.
Table for one.
16.
As you got closer, you now perceive thin strands of webbing around you. As almost out of the ice itself, it seems, 3 blue and white spider-like creatures rush upon you.
How big do they look like?
Each one is roughly 10 feet in diameter.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 Oh no!
Like freaks.
Now the cat needs to go back into the dome.
Yeah, the dome is farther away.
Oh god.
So, what do you think of your next character?
Okay.
No.
I trust your jaw. He's got
All
this.
The first one is rushing in for a 23 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
All right, that is 5 piercing damage as it bites your leg. Make a con save, please.
Damage. And this is not magic, correct?
Correct.
That's the 13.
A 13. And then you're going to go ahead and take 8 poison damage.
Oh boy.
All right. The second one actually climbs up your back and goes to bite into your neck. for 19 to hit.
That does hit.
That is 3 piercing damage. Make a con save for me. As it bites in, you feel poison moving through your veins.
12.
12. That is 6 poison damage.
Okay.
And the last one coming between your legs and biting into your inner thigh. Or 21 to hit.
Yep.
And 5 piercing damage and another con save, please.
11.
11.
Oh,
Okay, 11. That'll be 11 poison damage.
shit. Okay. Can I uncanny dodge that one? For the whole, or is it just the damage, like the frost part?
You can damage it. You can take the whole thing if you want.
So at first it was, let me go back.
It was 5 and 11 for 16 in total. So you
Okay.
take 8.
Thank you.
Very good. All right. Thus surrounded. The one gets to take its first turn in the round.
So, sorry, I'm going back and fixing the HP now.
All right. Natural 20.
Oh no.
That is 17 piercing damage. I need another con save, please.
Okay. I'm gonna draw on the power of what's been keeping me alive and burn a luck point for that.
Okay.
It's like another 2, so never mind. What is
Cool.
going on?
Okay. This is the first time you failed the poison check for 38 poison damage.
38?
Yes.
Uncomfortable.
So to my earlier question,
No.
Okay. Tajal, it is your turn.
Fantastic. Um. Fuck. I kind of spin the blade, drop it back into the sheath, and with my action, I draw the cloak up, rendering myself invisible. And
Okay.
I'm not technically being mounted by any of the spiders, right? They kind of like shook off.
Yeah,
What
they're
the-
around you. I'd say this was able to lure you 100 feet from the dome.
Okay.
Is your situation?
So I put myself invisible. I'm going to burn. How many can I do at once? 3d6 at once. So 3d6 of my healing light for a self heal as a bonus action. So that's going to be an extra 9 HP.
Okay.
And then from there, I'm going to run 30 feet back towards the way I came.
Okay. Got it.
And that's all I've got.
Perfect. As you go to use your movement in this way, you realize the webbing is much thicker than you realized. It's made in such a way where it's easy to get in and not so easy to get out. And that's half your movement. So it'd
Okay.
be 15 from that. And in that case, the next one will come to about your space since you're in contact with the webbing and strike with disadvantage because you're invisible. For a 9 to hit, will not make it.
Where is the webbing? Is it just like layered on the floor?
It's in the air. He's not been able to see what it's anchored to. And then go straight up. Okay. All right. Next one runs up. Has an idea where you are, but is unable to get a correct flanking position. for a 6 to hit. And the very last one, let's see if it does any better here. Nope. It just goes on up. Last one again gets in there trying to take a bite out of this thing that is running for 14.
That does not hit.
Okay. Jajal.
Oh my god, I survived it. Okay. Okay, give me just a second to think about this. I don't have any slots left. I would like to disengage, bonus action disengage, and then feline agility run away from that direction, but still kind of towards that dome, if I can keep my bearings right, so that way I can get my 30 feet of movement.
What are you doing with your action?
Can I do it?
Yeah,
Because you can disengage as a
don't you have
bonus if you're a
cat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, first of all, you're still invisible because you haven't attacked.
Right.
So you don't have to disengage.
Right.
Oh, okay. Can I then just use my full action dash, or a bonus action dash with feline agility, making it so it would normally
your full
be
movement then. Your
with
regular movement.
well, because my feline agility would double everything, so it would be a dash 60, right, and then bonus action 60.
Right.
Feline agility would double that, but then bring it back down. So instead, it would just be
But then you could also action dash. So remember, you normally can go 90. So if there's
Right.
webbing all throughout that, you can just go 90 because you're doubling your movement with feline agility.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so I'd say with all of that, there's a point you run into where the webs are not, and you're able to dive and into the dome.
Once I get through into the dome, I just kind of like fall to my face and like turn around and like kind of scoot my butt back and look to see if they're still chasing after me.
Okay. There's some moments that go by. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, their jaws clang onto the dome, trying to get in. Then they stop and start stringing web, kind of encasing the dome within web.
Nightmare fuel. Great.
Have you seen this?
No.
And there's nothing else. I can't see anything but webbing and sometimes little legs of spider jowls and stuff.
Yeah, essentially, as time goes on, after about 10 minutes, there's just web, a perfect dome of web around this dome.
So I know at the very least, this dome itself should last the full 8 hours if Tonk can just cast it.
Yeah, as long as Tonk stays in it.
After probably too long to keep myself calm and not freak out and hyperventilate, I think I'm just going to try to sit down and collect myself and see if I can try to I somehow get a rest in this dome of web and death. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if I guess my question also is, since we had been traveling for days, would I have gotten those charges of teleport back? Would I know that?
Yeah, you have days to do this.
Okay. then I would like to wait at least seemingly an hour if I have to count out the seconds to do so, to not lose my mind. And if in that time frame nothing changes, then I'm going to teleport back to the Wild Bloom.
Okay. All right. So then, for now, let's go back to our friends on the material plane.
On the material plane.
Hello, friends.
Sorry, that wasn't much more of an exciting watch for you guys.
You did great. You did
Oh,
great.
it was exciting. It was.
I ran
great.
for my life.
No, yeah, that's probably a good thing because otherwise you might not have one. So, you know,
Yeah. Sometimes
live to
you
fight
gotta
another day.
Fight, right? Exactly. So we all waited an hour because we wanted to wait an hour, right?
Yeah, for the rest.
Simon is definitely starting to freak out after about a half hour.
Yeah. And we changed something to Simon.
No, I'm just I don't have anything I can do. I
Sure,
guess
if Al
after a
was
half
trying
hour,
to-
The cat will be back. He always comes back. I promise. The cat came back.
he's normally
Every
not gone
time
this
before.
long. Simon will kneel down and send a prayer out to his guy.
Simon, you're forgetting the time where we sent him to get cold weather clothes while we were in the fog bank of the Shattered Teeth, and he stopped for a 4-hour Mai Tai.
This feels different.
Okay, so you can sit here and worry and wait and be all frenetic about it, or you could relax, calm yourself, rest, sharpen your sword. If or when he comes back, we'll be ready for it. But like sitting here biting your nails doesn't help.
I'm praying.
That's a good answer.
Then, about 50 minutes into your long rest, suddenly a very frightened and bloodied, torn open jaw, barely breathing, appears in the center.
Oh, how was your trip? Did you have a good adventure?
I just jump in. Whoever's the closest to me, I just jump in for a hug. And
I
go
mean,
out.
Simon probably immediately ran over.
You're gonna see like web in the back of my fur, like between like probably connecting like the ear to the neck and like around my hands and stuff.
And you are going to hear and feel your back crack as Simon squeezes you way too hard.
For the record, Jajal now has an irrational fear of spiders.
I don't think that's an irrational fear at this point. That's
Please
the
add it to your-
that's
to your-
irrational fear.
I'm looking for characteristics. Yeah, flaws. Here we go.
That's a totally rational fear, I believe.
Royden comes over to you and we're glad to see you back. Hope it was fun. Learning lesson and all. And he will cure wounds you. Hopefully it is good.
No, if Royden disappears with the exact same thing.
It was
What level?
Thank you.
third.
Third.
Oh,
Roll
no.
a d20.
Oh no.
So you want to avoid a 4 and a 53.
Wait, obviously.
How does one get a 53 on a D20?
It's a D20 and then a D100.
Oh no. I mean, I appreciate the heal. Thank you very much, but oh no.
I mean, what are we supposed to do? Wait another? No, I'm just kidding. That's a 9.
Oh no.
And D100.
Here we go.
I didn't get a chance to
Sparkles
say
out.
stay inside the dome.
87.
All right. As your healing magic goes out and begins to stitch together the wounds of Jajal, there's a glow all around you that fills the dome. White and then warm, somewhat comforting, that then fades.
Is everybody all right?
Sometimes you just gotta, shine your, on others.
Has anyone ever told you you're entirely too laissez-faire about things?
Oh, yes, for sure. I do not have any risk assessment in my bone, so my body at all.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you want a red shirt by chance?
I think the green quadruped is enough.
Perfect.
What happened to you, Jajal?
I went to go heal, and then there were screams and people, but they didn't have eyes, but they were looking for their eyes, and it was dark, and someone was calling out they were stuck in the ice, and I went to go check it out, and there was a human stuck in ice, and then these spiders, massive spiders, and I was about to get killed, and I ran. Somehow the hut was still there, and I'm. Oh God, yeah, no, yeah, that's what happened.
Simon, loosen up just a little bit. Just let him breathe, okay? Just let him breathe.
Simon has been holding on to him very tightly the entire time, so he relaxes it slightly, but still very tightly.
No, this is nice. This is okay. I don't know where that was, when that was, how that was. We need to hurry. I don't want to be here anymore.
Sure, yeah, can do.
Um,
Okay, I need a few more minutes,
maybe,
right?
maybe you should sit down for a bit,
Yeah, we
and
could wait
I'll
another hour.
I'll send Noctis out of the dome to go look about.
Okay. Noctis flies. Go ahead and make a perception check.
So, question: Noctis has advantage. I have a point of exhaustion. Am I just rolling straight advantage because I'm using his stats?
That would be straight row, yeah.
I don't see shit. 6.
You see sky and ground.
You're able to see the shore. You find that way. It is cloudy. And though it does block most things, you can tell that you're going the right direction to the shore. Other than that, there's a thick fog on the water. If there was something in there, you wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, wait. I guess wait for however long Jajal still needs to finish a short rest for himself, and then I don't think it's like full night. We can do the last couple hours of the day.
Mhm.
All right. So you travel and then take your long rest? Is what you're attempting to do?
Yeah. Just enough for us to long rest.
Then yeah, you're able to stop. And you go for your long rest. Who's watching? Who's taking watch?
I'll take first.
I'll take one.
I'll take
Royden will
Third.
do one.
Okay, so who's on first watch?
Simon will be.
That's Simon and Mallor.
So, I mean, we're breaking it up into, what, 4-hour blocks maybe? Or what's the plan?
2-hour blocks. You need 6 hours of sleep.
Okay,
Right,
so it's
6 hours sleep, 8 hours.
So there's four total. So Simon, then Mal, then me, then Royden.
So
Okay,
I'll get the
I'll
first
sleep.
one.
okay. And Simon has dark vision.
I do not.
Okay.
I will have we've got somebody that can do a torch or light or something, right?
Yes, we have torches.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
cast the light cantrip.
Okay. How long does that light last?
An hour.
I have multiple torches.
Okay. Yeah. I'll just go with a torch.
Okay. Light a torch there in the darkness.
And I'm assuming we got a camp. Do we have a campfire going?
Not that
Oh, we
sheds
don't.
light,
Okay.
or that no campfire. It's simply warm in the
Yeah,
dome.
in the
Okay.
dome.
And you can see, and it's kind of interesting. You can see in the dome. There's enough light to see by, but that doesn't move out of the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess, yeah, I'll just hold the torch and every once in a while stick it out along with my head and pull it back in.
And the light extends outside of the dome.
Okay.
Move the torch light. And go ahead and make a perception check.
23.
Now, so that's where you have bright light, then you have dim after that, so make one with disadvantage.
Okay. 12 then. So the first one was 23, and then I roll. So am I just making one check at disadvantage or two different checks?
You did 2 checks.
Oh, okay. Then the second one. Let's see here. Also 12.
So you had 23 and 12 is what I'm saying. You had a regular
Yes.
check, and then you had the disadvantage.
Yes.
So you look out. The wind is blowing. There's snow. It does limit visibility. And start to see, you see this large blue and white 10-foot spider move out and quickly run into the dim light. You lose sight of it. And you see kind of where it was, there's thin strands of webbing.
Are they following me?
You're asleep. You don't know.
Yeah, I guess just keep an eye on that area the rest of my watch and point it out to whoever is next.
Occasionally you see movement, you hear. And as you hear it, it's like it does a sudden like stop, not like something stopping, but as though it just, the sound moves and lessens as though it's going a great distance, but you feel like it's close by. And who has second watch? Mal?
Yep.
Right. So now you take the torch.
Actually, I'll do the first half hour. So I have a blind sight out to 10 feet, but I just want to listen and see if I can hear anything before I light the torch.
Okay, so you're going to get to like the corner of the dome
Mm-hmm.
in order to allow your blind sight to go past the dome.
Yep.
Okay. So you get very close, send your senses, and then make a perception check.
Mm-hmm. 15.
15, you hear like sound of, it feels like fabric tightening, and a slight tune occasionally of it, not tune so much, but like a note, as though as it was struck a few times. You're and around and above, you're hearing like web. I would say, yeah, you're actually hearing strands of web being kind of strung around.
Maybe time to. Do I still have the insect repellent? Yeah, I do. The insect repellent salve.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna toss a little bit just out, just like weird web sounds. Let's toss a little of the insect repellent salve out and see if that changes the noise. Does it keep happening or is it still happening?
Toss it out. Seems to still happened.
I don't like this at all. All right, I have 1 flask of oil on me. Actually, no, I've got more than one. I will take 1 flask of oil, toss it out about 20 feet.
Okay.
Light the torch and then toss the torch on it.
Fire.
Is it like running web or something? Or
Yeah,
is
you
there-
see web kind of like you hear the sound of very tight string loose tension. Ding, ding, ding. It doesn't seem like the web catches fire, like it doesn't spread, but it does seem to sever and ruin some of the connections.
Sit as the fire goes out and just listen to see if anything else moves or chitters or any kind of like noise to repair it.
Make another perception check.
Mm-hmm. Abysmal 3.
Is silent. Don't hear a thing.
Yep. And then from memory, my sort of warning, the sword that isn't really a sort of warning, was like a half forged, broken, simple version. It doesn't warn me when things are about to attack, right? It tells me.
Yeah, it tends to say, well, so throughout the day, it tells you a bad thing will occur. You are likely to hurt yourself, or someone will hurt you. Maybe physical, maybe emotional, or maybe you're dealt yourself. You might sneeze.
But
Then when something occurs, it just says, I warned you.
it says it's pretty much every day, right?
Yeah.
That fucking sword.
It's not a very helpful magic weapon, but it was a magical weapon. So, you know.
Barely.
Oh man, if we ever go see Tekel again, he's in such a different situation now.
Okay. Before, well, fuck me. All right. About an hour to my watch, I'm going to go ahead and cast invisibility before I sleep. And just sit with blind sight and invisibility and see what happens. See what moves.
I'll say, because you've had a few perception checks for this watch, so you just don't pick up anything. Who's next?
Actually, on my way to do shift change, I think, is it Kel next or Royden next? I forget.
Yeah, I was
Kel
there.
next?
Correct.
Yeah, so waking Kale up, one hand off. There's definitely spiders out there. There's definitely making some kind of web. I tossed a flagon of oil out and a torch behind it. It burned some of it, but it didn't catch fire. I heard it for a while and I stopped hearing it. So there's definitely something going on, but I don't quite know what it is. We may have to get out of here in a hurry.
All right. Well, we've got to let Royden rest.
Yeah.
So we'll just be aware, assuming these things are still around in 4 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I would give you my stupid sword, but it won't help.
That's all right. And I just begin scanning through the scope, so I should be able to see out to 120 feet, even in the darkness.
But by the way, if you need my oil flasks or torches, they're yours. Just let me know.
I should be fine. So just head on a swivel, looking through convergence with the Trusate.
Yeah. On this, you see out into the ethereal plane. And that is when you are able to see a large number of spiders of various shapes and sizes begin moving through. Occasionally, they jaunt into the material plane. You can tell the shift, and then you see them jump and take some of their thread into this other plane. And it seems like all the anchor points that you can tell are on floating structures that have been anchored with others within the ethereal, and then they allow the threads to come over into the material.
That's clever. How many are there?
Make a perception check.
$14.
It's hard. They're kind of moving through each other and around each other, but you think don't say anywhere from 6 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
And you see amidst them of these numbers what looks like the body of a spider. It's blue and white. And they seem to be staring back at you. A monstrous face. Somewhat humanoid, eyes, ears, but teeth of 3 rows. Male, muscular. The torso itself, maybe 8, 9 feet, and then the abdomen another 10 feet. Spider.
Definitely never seen anything like this before.
And kind of seems to be giving shouts, orders. What languages do you know?
Can I tell what plane, like which of the 2 planes it's in that I can see?
You'd think this is ethereal.
And that stayed there, the whole one shifted back and forth.
Yeah, you see them just kind of running in and in through the material into the ethereal, back into the material, just kind of moving in freely.
No, I know the other ones are, but it's that big one that's giving orders, or looks like it's giving orders.
You haven't
that one
seen
been
it.
doing the same?
You haven't seen it move through yet.
Okay. Common, Elvish, Gnomish, Orc, and Primordial.
You don't understand what they're saying.
Not much I can do. So. Just keep an eye on that one, I guess, and see how many, or just try to take note of if they're surrounding us or whatnot. And then when it's time for me to wake Royd and let him know that there's something organizing the spiders through the ethereal plane. And yeah. To just have us ready in that last couple minutes before the dome would come down, so that way we can deal with it. Or if I don't know if Tonk can set up a new one while the other one's still up, because it's not concentration or anything. So if he can start ritual casting a second one, so that we actually have the time to be able to set up for that.
You could.
I don't know if that's too
I can.
mechanic-y or not. So that way we don't just get a bunch of webbing dumped on us, and everybody can just finish their rests.
Anything you want to do on your watch there, Royden?
He just speaks to Sid and Draconic and just tells her to, let him know if they get a little too close. He doesn't have dark vision, but she does.
Good.
I'm listening, but otherwise he's just like playing with the coin, reading, writing.
And Tonk is able to take this watch with you as they recast the dome. And all of you wake up from your long rest.
Whee!
The sun is now up, and as the light moves, Jajal, mostly you see the sun glint off the strange web that you saw before. Seems to at least cover around 200 feet around the dome. You see no spiders.
So waking up from the let me go ahead and click long rest before I forget about that. So I wake up, still feeling a little sore, but thankful to have made it out alive. I kind of sit up, rubbing my eyes, and I'm like, I hope I never see those fucking things again. And I kind of look up, see the strands. I don't know if anyone's paying attention, but I just start screaming like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna sit there for a bit.
Mal pats Jajal on the back and says, "Maybe they're nocturnal."
Did they follow me here? What? How? Why?
Don't know. Maybe
Is
they're
there
listening.
something on me? Can I check? Is something on me?
No, nothing seems to be on you.
So what do? We can. I say we leave and come back somewhere else.
We get the fuck out of here for damn sure.
We can pick up a rock, put it in my rock bag.
Well, I'm awake now.
It's an standalone box, but still.
I pick up Convergence and I look around to see if these things are nocturnal or not.
These are-
Royden gets out a leather strap and he gets down and just wraps it on both of Jajal's legs, and
What are you doing?
this should make you feel a little bit at ease. And he casts freedom of movement on you.
Oh, thank you.
So now your movement cannot be is unaffected by difficult terrain, and spells and other magical effects can neither reduce your target speed, nor can you be paralyzed or restrained.
Oh, cool.
In the daylight now,
Or-
you see roughly, Caldrum, 15 of these spiders, along with the big creature that stalks with them.
There's about 15 of them popping back and forth from the ethereal plane.
Stop it. No, there's not. 15? Take it back.
And there's one about 18 feet long. It's some kind of amalgamation of man and spider. Seems to be giving them orders, though I don't know the language they're speaking.
Show me. I don't believe it.
Can't show you.
I can't look through your scope?
That's not the way this works. The magic is only granted unto me. Same way your cloak can't just be passed around.
If you were small enough, you could just hide under it with me.
Give it a few more years, maybe I'll be small enough. With as much as I've been magically, I'm sure I've with it.
So, what do all of you plan on doing? Are you guys all going to go out there and fight them?
And what's our plan B? Can we
Lead.
tunnel under? Can we fly over? What's the plan?
How do you not think too that we can handle these there, Jajal?
I'm going to wish you all the best of luck. I'm going to be rooting for you from over here.
And then run?
Well, no, but
So, die after this dome goes down.
Well, I mean, I think that the best thing to do is to fight, or unless we have any other way to get to where we need to be.
Just shits and giggles. Let's. Mal's gonna look across the, if visible, the coastline and see if we can spot a ship.
You can see the coastline now that the light has come. I'm going to say you can just barely get sight of what you assume is Damfcon.
So could we maybe just pop over there by chance?
So Jajal's got his spyglass.
And last time he ended up in weird spider hell, so we could try to teleport and hope we get there.
just everyone hold on to me really tight. And I hold my finger up to Simon. Wait, let me get the spyglass out first.
Simon was like arms out, about to just squeeze him.
I didn't think about that until after I said it. I was like, wait, hold on. Am I able to make out anything over on that island?
Yeah, you can just see the shore. It is red and fiery. You make out the flow of lava that comes out and then sinks into the water. Spy some rock that will probably hold everybody.
Okay. So here's my dilemma. If we stay here, it's spider death. If we go over there, we're going to get cooked.
So just
Do we have a preference?
you've got the spyglass. You don't have to look all the way to the other island. Just put us, a few hundred feet away from here. And then we can get closer and look for a better spot to land over there.
Yeah. You could, if you want to try to, you could focus fairly easily and get this shore.
I think I can find a spot for us. I'm letting everybody know it's going to be toasty.
And how many shots?
So
do
is
we get?
Damfcon just 4 volcanoes?
Can't see precisely what it is.
I'll look through my scope.
We should have a 20 feet, right?
That's just the true sight portion of it because we weren't gonna just give it infinite. True
Right,
sight.
but it's just a scope. It's not a telescope. It's a little different. The spyglass and the scope are a little different.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is with this, because it's far away, you can kind of make out there's like a high amount of ash around the whole thing. You can basically make out the shoreline. The rest of it is covered in smoke and ash. Is whirling around.
Got it. Well, it's your helm. Where are we going?
Let's go for that safe spot. I think we can fit everybody.
Into the frying pan.
Well, yeah.
I'm with you.
Let's give it a try. Group hug.
Pugs.
Does anybody want to shoot that guy before we leave? No.
He's sitting in the other realm right now.
Oh.
And unfortunately, I didn't think to ask to have that be one of the abilities. I didn't think I'd be fighting things through the planes. I figured being able to see them was good enough. You know, they were gracious enough as is.
Just for clarification, is there a single tree visible on Dopcon, Dajjal, or nothing?
I couldn't see any tree. I saw rock and ash.
Okay.
And I will cast teleport once everyone has gathered around and we got squeeze.
Very good. All right. That happens. I need everyone to make intelligence saving throw.
Oh, shit.
My favorite.
I'll burn my inspiration.
Yeah, that too.
Is that a spell or magical effect?
Natural 20.
Yeah.
23. I guess. Oh, so save against magical effects. Okay, cool. So I have a 19 total.
20.
That's a 10.
I also got a 10.
All right. So
Oh.
that's
I guess I should do. Sid got an 11.
okay. So Jajal, Simon, and Royden rather fail.
Damn, a 19 failed too. Whack.
Mhm. And then the three of you, please roll me D100s.
Oh, shit.
Have we been able to like start discerning what it is that's causing this, or is it just what
Using
Kat
magic.
said the area? even well, because you at one point you said, "Oh, of a certain level, it doesn't affect it."
You have not really cast anything below that currently.
Oh, well, because isn't teleport 7th level, and you had them roll on like the low level stuff. So I didn't know.
All right, so let's start this. Royden, what'd you get?
24. I wonder what that light did. Was it just a
All
light?
right, then I need everyone to there's like this insane dark energy that surrounds all of you. It takes the form of these volcanic rocks that seem to climb into your eyes and into your throat as you land on Domfcon. Wisdom saving throw from everyone but Royden.
What just happened?
What the fuck if I know?
Is it magic?
This is magic, yes.
Dirty 20.
17.
19.
26.
Okay. Then Jajal and Mao, you are currently under the effects of Bane.
Oh. Whoa.
Whack.
And then Simon, what'd you get?
84.
84 on the new one. Good. Okay. As more dark energy swirls, a black spots form on Simon's body.
Sick.
And from there is a tentacle that sprouts and latches onto each of you. I need those of you who are not Simon to make a Constitution save.
And then it's minus the D4.
Yeah. There's a Bane if you have Bane.
10.
18.
12. Well, minus the D4
Okay.
is 8.
Then Mal?
It's 8 plus a d4 minus a d4, so I'm going to go ahead and roll those suckers. Plus 3 and minus 3, so 8.
Okay. All right. You feel as though there is vitality being sucked out of you, Simon. You feel amazing. Powerful. You're healthier than you've ever been. And you can use private chat, everybody. You lose 2 of your hit dice. And Simon, you gain those hit dice.
Dope.
Like, what does that mean?
Like to be
Like
used on
they're
a short
expended
rest?
or
Expended.
okay?
All right, I
And
want to
then
be a
I-
Sangomancer and have that ability.
So-
Just stealing my party's hit die.
Does this increase my max HP? Is this temp HP or?
If you'd like to, in this moment, you can roll all of it and get that as temporary max HP until you take a long rest.
Okay.
So you're rolling for each one of us?
2
Uh,
dice for each.
Mm.
You guys can.
No,
Wait,
you
but they-
all of you just lose 2 dice.
Yeah, you're
Okay.
in
So
Simon's
you you guys tell me what I need to, how much I need to roll here.
I think
for each
Mal would be
person.
10, and then Jajal would be 8.
Okay, so I got a D8 and a D10 from
2d10.
Cal.
and-
To lock that in, guys, just do a short rest and like
Oh,
mark
it's
the
to every-
dice
Holy shit.
for
Yeah.
everyone that failed. I don't know what failed.
Everyone failed.
Oh no, I didn't
Yeah,
fail.
everyone
failed.
Yeah.
So that would be a 2. That would be a D10 for me too. So right now
But the-
you're at.
So
I
two
don't know what
D10s
counts.
from you.
Crazy.
Yeah, because everyone loses 2 if you failed. So it's 2d10 Royden, 2d10 Mal.
Yeah. Okay, I got. So Jajal, what do you have?
D8.
Okay, so I got 2D. So I've got 3D8s and 5D10s. Alright, oh,
Dude, we just made our barbarian so beefy. I
Go
would
back
do
and fight
this.
that
I would
spider.
do this for free. What was that number? 84? Let's do that all the time.
Let's not and say we did, because you know people with 12 con tend to use their hit dice a lot.
Hey, bud.
Me, I'm people with 12 con.
Now, the other thing here, Simon, you love this feeling and you want more of it.
oh, okay.
And then Jajal, what number on the 100 did you get?
Oh shit, I forgot about that. 73.
73.
If I would have said 53 again. Bye guys.
I think as this is happening, everyone begins swearing. And you start to tell that they are like people swear in different languages. And you suddenly feel like you can understand them all.
Oh,
Nice.
neat. Can I tell that they're speaking in different languages?
Yeah, like you seem to know, and you get the sense that you could understand any language.
Well, on the bright side, talk to me. Say anything in any language. I bet you I can tell you what it is.
You're feeling rather confident.
What does our surrounding look like?
We'll get to
After
that.
all these
Easy.
effects.
This is more important.
This is
Because I don't care about Jajal's delusions of thinking he can understand every language. I've got more important things to deal with than put up with his shenanigans.
All right. So to get on to the important things, we'll do that after the break.
Sid was gonna ask Jajal if cats really have 9 lives in Draconic.
I would reply with, I've lost count, but I would assume so, yes.
All right. Time to get on back here. Let everyone back. Oh, let's see here. We got Cal and Jalen. Jonathan, Jalen. Steven.
I'm here.
Morale indeed.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. We go with Joe. And Jonathan, are you here?
So Joel's taking a call, so maybe another minute.
Yeah, I saw that.
Really?
Eventually.
Jonathan?
Hmm?
Jonathan?
Yeah. I'm not sure where Jonathan is.
Sorry,
There we go.
we got stuck in the restroom.
All good.
I would ask, but I really don't want to know.
I was gonna say your toilet tax you too, dude.
It was a mimic. It was a mimic.
I
Mimic.
gotta beat it back.
All right. Then we'll let Stephen come when he can. So now, after all of this and the siphoning of life, the diminishing of abilities due to the hot lava and smoke, you look around. There is steam and noxious fumes pouring up from the surrounding oceans. It is hot. The heat immediately makes you sweat through what cold weather gear you have. You're damp. Staying here long between the gases and the heat are going to cause some issues. See the lava flows. Your visibility here is going to be anywhere from 10 feet to 30 feet, depending on the way the smoke is moving. You can tell that it seems some of this moves up what dry and lava is here. The stone is still hot. You find that the rubble of your shoes begins to melt a little bit. It's not good to stand too much in one place.
Royden, can you find us a path?
Certainly, and he will get on Sid there and kind of scout ahead. And he doesn't have, he gave his cold weather stuff to Jonathan, so it's probably not comfortable, but definitely not too hot like the others. Trying to.
And what color? What color is your drake?
It's great. I mean, the appearance of it and the color is up to me, but it's an acid, dragon. It's like a lighter green-ish color.
All right. So if you want to make a survival check, where are you trying to find a path to? What's your destination?
Well, he would definitely try to get somewhere, I guess, cooler, obviously, but the main reason why we're here is obviously, something that Royden actually honestly doesn't know too much about personally. But he just, obviously is trying to maybe get a little bit lay out of the land if he has to go higher up, but away from the lava. So he'll try to go. Maybe there's a high point that isn't close to the lava there.
Okay. So you're aiming for some place that's higher than where you are. And is less near active lava.
Right.
Okay. Makes sense. Go ahead and roll your
Can I knock this up to have a bird's eye view to try to give him advantage so that way I can give him a direction at least, and then he just has to watch our footing?
As you even send him up, there's a canopy of smoke, so you are obscured by the smoke from Nexus's sight. I would say if you do get a bird's eye view, you do see that judging from what you can tell, this whole island is a volcano.
So I guess I would get high enough to be able to see where there's not rivers of it.
So from the central, it kind of flows and it flows out and it flows into this fog or this steam mist and ash and gas. So as from the birds that you're not sure which ways it takes. It's very difficult. If you want to take, at least from initially, if you want to take some time where someone is guiding you blinded and you're trying to them do a elongated survey here, probably take a few hours.
I'll just
then maybe you could find something
higher, and then just as we're going, try and check to see if I have a better view.
Okay, so you're kind of keeping him
just
above
send him
you.
up to try and
I think he can give you a call if he starts to see you.
Yeah,
there's I can have instant communication at that point. There is that. That makes sense. Then you might be able to understand more what's going on. So then Royden, you can make a survival check.
Yep. And this counts as a mountain in terms of terrain, right?
Yeah, this would be mountain.
Okay, perfect. Go here. That is going to be, where is it? A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
And I can't get lost in mountains.
Right. You lead everyone carefully, avoiding because I don't believe you can be slowed down. Your party moves at regular speed.
Right.
So you quickly move across this place, at times jumping over small 3 foot, 4 foot streams onto rock, jumping again.
And anytime could I track for creatures along this path, on the way?
So
See
just
if there's anything. Just to see maybe if there's any other droppings, right? That maybe from the
Okay.
fiends.
Is that using your ability, or is that?
So when it's using my regular skill, but when I do track creatures, I can learn the exact number, the sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Sure. I'm making a survival check, man. I'd say pick a type of creature you want to track.
I'll look for the fiends. I think left maybe the excrement. Oh, that's good. A 23.
Great. As you land near, as you jump over one pool onto a moving piece of obsidian and off to more stable land, you look and you do see a flaming scat among the ground. You don't think it was made by one creature. You think a pack of anywhere from maybe 9 to 13 hellhounds.
I'll let everyone know that, and I'll suggest that stealthily, and with my terrain feature, we can move stealthily at normal speed.
Right.
So we'll try to be aware and do I mean, it doesn't say anything about a direction, but do I see any more like leading to a certain direction per se?
And with that, you don't quite get the direction. Okay. You get the feeling as though they came here to drink, as some creatures would come to drink water. They came here to drink the lava.
Interesting. All right. I guess we'll move on here. And so as we're going along, Lordan's like, since he doesn't know entirely what we're doing, he's like, so what did you guys come here to do exactly?
Get my siblings back from the bear. She's switched sides and is now working with the Ruidians.
Well, that's also assuming that the word we got was correct, that this is their destination.
She was always a reckless opportunist. Nah, I'm not so different, but I put in people as coins and tokens. It isn't putting people in chains isn't one of my values for sure.
I'm also going to give you Royden, as you did see this pack and started to move. You picked up on seemingly walking with them. Large, maybe 18-inch to 20-inch humanoid print of a foot with 6 toes.
Okay, interesting. Does it the sort of creature to sound familiar to anyone?
Well,
Small giants, possibly.
we did see those cloud giants.
Interesting. Well, at least we know and should expect a fight soon. But what do you think the bear here was looking? Do you have any ideas?
Try to reclaim lost artifacts.
Well, just like the stories, maybe everything is at the center of this volcano. Maybe we should look for some caves in or something.
A dock would be helpful, or like any previous signs of anyone coming on shore, because like this isn't really a hospitable place. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, let's go treasure hunting on a volcano and hope we don't burn to death. Like, seems a bit unusual. There's gonna be, if they've been here before, there's gonna be some sign of activity previously to this, right?
Yeah, I was hoping to get some elevation to get a better lay of the land. And
So you're
maybe we
saying you
can
want to
scope
get
out.
high.
Yes, high but cold. But it depends. Hopefully, this is not a volcano that's brewing. Hate to be here when it erupts, unless our friend can do his little teleport thing.
I could do it again today still.
One more time? Just once?
Twice.
Twice. Okay. I mean, shall we try it? Not the teleport, the exploring.
Yes, continue. Try to avoid the pact and see if we can get the better eye.
As said before, in moving along, you are able to find, and Noctis alerts you, a somewhat clear path. Your vision comes back. You can see mostly up the mountain here, the volcano, and down. And the width of this clear patch is roughly 100 feet. And there's no real streams of lava right here.
Look back towards shore to see if there's any kind of place that a ship could dock to offload people.
Make a perception check.
'21.
21.
I mean, at first, it just looks like rock. But looking carefully, it does seem to be shaped oddly. And it juts out. And assuming you think, as long as there's not any rock right underneath the surface of the water that you cannot see, something could probably dock there.
Captain, what are your thoughts? And I pointed out to him.
I mean, it's not a great place to tie up, but it would work. We can keep looking for the place that they may have come ashore, but that seems reasonable. We can't just camp out and wait for them to show up. Or if we see somebody, we should probably hunker down and look for where they came from.
Well, you got here seemingly ahead of schedule of when you thought they might dock.
So in theory, we could try to set up an ambush. Do you want to explore a little bit or just hunker down and wait? And I guess the other question is, if this is a smash and grab, how do we make sure we get the right people and get the hell out? Hang on. Jajal, you can carry how many people with you when you pop out?
I believe it's 8.
And we're what, 6
Me
now?
and 8, so I could a total of 9.
Okay.
And we have the lich, and my creature can be summoned.
You could toss a skull in a bag of holding; it'd be fine.
It's true.
So really, we're talking.
Thaz, do you know if you'd be okay if we stuck you in in this bag thing here?
I don't need to breathe, so I'd be fine.
Okay. Would you be okay going in there if needed?
For short periods of time.
If it means I get out of here, yes, it is fine.
Okay. Just want to make sure you're okay with that.
And I think, speaking of, we should decide where we're going to drop off our new friend here. There's no way we could take him back to the island.
Why
I
not?
think we can figure that out after we get out. We've got to either scout to see if there are people here already or start setting up a ambushing position potentially.
We also could scout for the boat. Like I still have the fly in my pocket, so I could go out and just stay low and see how far out it is and get an estimate of how long we have before they get here.
And if they see you,
I'm just a random bug on the. I don't know. I got no excuse. What?
even Noctis would stand out in this area.
I mean, you're right because it's Noctis, but a natural-looking bird wandering around the seas of a volcano, spotting a ship shouldn't be a big deal, right? Shouldn't be. I don't know. It would be helpful to know how far out the ship actually is. I assume days, not hours, but I'm just guessing.
So are we trying to bunker down, or do we want to explore some? And I can send Noctis out. At least he'll be up in the skies comparatively to a 10-foot long
Flying bug.
obsidian
Yeah.
fly.
You're not wrong. Actually, Royden, you seem to know the terrain sort of kind of maybe. Like, do you feel like this is safe? Should we try to find a safer place? What's your take on where we are now?
Well, currently your ass is not burning from the lava, and we have a
Temporarily,
good
yes.
position in terms of sight. So I think we're as good as we are for a few miles.
Okay. So we shouldn't be looking for safer places. As good as it gets for now.
Correct.
Generally, you want to like look around. You can make a perception check. Get more of an idea of your surroundings.
I will definitely do that
Yeah.
since I get double proficiency. 27.
Amazing. So looking here, there is a large see that this pathway like those large like kind of ish black rock that you stand on goes to glass, goes to those seemingly docks below. You know that you're highly visible here. And as you look more towards the mountain, you have a clear shot, and the volcano seems to have almost like an angular cut in it from this side. And you can tell there seems to have been almost like a dam built up to redirect the lava around this area. And from beyond that, and again, you're looking probably a good 15 miles away. Up, you see a large stone structure that rises. The smoke seemingly obscuring it from a top view, but in this one angle, you can see it massively taking up much of a crater that is carved and on top of this volcano.
Seems like it. Lava was purposely redirected on top of the mountain. If there's anything that is a point to the building, we could try to go there and hunker down, prepare for them to arrive, because that is clearly at least some point of interest here.
So, from what you can see, and again, my eyes aren't that good, it's not like a pyramid, right?
Does it look like it just like a tower or
It does not
It's a
look like a
building.
pyramid.
all right?
Okay.
It doesn't look like
Have me there for a second. We can head up that way and see if it's a good ambush spot. I do kind of agree that being on the coastline when the ship arrives is a pretty obvious spot.
Yes.
There's also we can wait for them to settle and then get my siblings, or we can just grab them while they're trying to unload, was my
Sure.
thought.
Well, so we need a short period of time where we can get both in the same spot and get the hell out. And the more confusion, the better.
Yeah, it's sort of to you, gentlemen. I mean, it could take us 5 hours to either get up there, or we can go down to the shore. How far do I think the shoreline is from here?
From the shoreline, it's probably an hour's travel.
Okay, so
Yeah. That's not bad.
for sure. About 3 miles away, so it could be move at the normal pace.
I think we should probably, and again, second guess me here, head up maybe and look for a good place to ambush or some point along the way that makes the most sense. Some vantage point, perhaps.
Sure, I would agree.
But Simon, did y'all thoughts? Not really.
I'm trying to think if we wanted to go. Let's say for whatever reason we teleported and I tried to come back. There's no real way to tell that we would come back to this specific spot or end up in a volcano.
Feels like, well, I'm guessing all of our magic is unlucky here.
I don't know. That last time you used magic felt pretty good.
For you it did. The rest of us were not super happy with that one.
I think we should do it again. I feel amazing.
It's good to hear. You look pretty good too. Very spry.
If we head up,
Oh, but by the
I
way,
don't
he
know
is.
if there's not people there already.
By the way, Simon's basically stripped down to just he's got his cloak, a loincloth, and his boots. That's it.
Are you warm over there?
Not anymore.
Okay.
So, shall we head to the shore and prepare? Or
kind of like the idea of going up towards the weird, whatever that is, fortress, something or other.
as like I said, I'm a man of risk. I would love to go see what is up there.
Okay.
All right, travels.
Okay. And we are headed up or down?
Up.
Okay.
I have to assume ranger sneaking along the way, like being relatively quiet as we go.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we can sneak at normal pace, so we'll move quietly and
Make a group stealth check then.
cool.
31.
It's a group check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a dirty 20.
Everybody stealth.
Whack.
Only got 24.
24.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Wow, y'all got the
So
lowest.
crazy.
I rolled
No.
a 2.
He's stepping on his tail.
Well, yes, that's true.
I rolled I think I rolled the highest of everybody, but I ended up with the second lowest.
All right. So moving up to here completes your first hour on the island and goes into your second. So this is going to be 2 Constitution saving throws. And you know your first one and second one.
Did everyone take off their cold weather gear besides Simon?
Cool.
I guess.
You know,
So-
no, I'm gonna burn fucking Indomitable at this. But yeah, I definitely would have, like,
If you took off your cold
Some
weather
of the
gear, it's a
clothes-
normal check. Otherwise, it would be a disadvantage if you keep it on. But
Okay.
it's up to you.
I mean,
Like at some point, you felt yourself getting hot, so it's. I buy that you decided to take it off.
yeah, if it was getting like noticeably really uncomfortable to move, I probably would
Yeah.
have.
Okay.
16
we
and
need
then
2.
26.
Okay.
I got a 14 and a 19.
Okay.
26.
Nine.
I got a low of 22.
And what did you all get?
9 and 13.
9 and 13. Okay. Y'all, from the intense heat, you are feeling dehydrated, headache, having a little trouble seeing straight. You have 1 level of exhaustion.
I just lost that. Yay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, sir, may I have another? No, I'm kidding. Don't do it.
Now, because of Royden, you do not have to make fume saves because you're able to get out of it and move through it quick enough.
Oh, nice.
At least for now. And so that was it. Second. So yeah, to finish the final thing before you start to get a look at it, it would be 1 more trek. So this would be another round of con saves.
2 of them, right?
1 more.
Oh,
Just 1 more.
all right.
16.
Dirty 20.
Good.
10.
Okay.
Actually, I'll burn Indomitable
All right.
1 time. So re-rolling.
Is that?
8, even better.
Well, that's con.
Yeah.
Roll your champions.
Yeah, right, you're right. Doom, 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 doom. Great, so that's 10.
Okay. Simon.
26.
And then Jajal.
Say again.
What did you get for your last con save?
I rolled them both. Oh, we're doing another one.
You got a third one.
Yep.
Third one, sorry. That is better at 18.
18, okay. Mal, the heat causes you to take a level of exhaustion.
Yep.
As you move up, you feel that it is getting hotter. All right. Now, your armor has now begun to become a burden. From now on these checks, medium or heavy armor will cause disadvantage.
Even if it's not made of metal.
Correct. It's the weight, and it's the comforting. All right. Oh,
I'm telling you guys, this loincloth cloak boot combo, it's the way to go. I feel great. Like I feel really, really good. You guys.
What do you think? Should we head back down? Because like this is not fun at all. Should we go back towards the water and like just camp out and wait, or should we keep going?
I
think
say
that-
keep going. I mean,
We will find some respite up there. Sometimes we must endure.
You're sure?
I feel fine.
You seem to have a sense of optimism.
you see now the monolithic structure, large, just juts from this just lava center. It's black from ash, but you can almost see where it was white. And the bottom of it is deep within the lava itself. But you see there is a shaft, large, about 20 feet in diameter, that seems to lead down into maybe underneath the lava. It's hard to tell. What would you like to do?
Royden, does that look safe? Like, could we go into the shaft, or like we just be like in actual lava, like lake down there?
He'll look and he'll like throw down a coin and see if he hears anything, or
Okay.
if he doesn't, he'll maybe assume it goes into the lava or something.
Yeah, you throw the coin down hard. Make a perception check.
30.
30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Ding, 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 ding. It seems to roll and stop as if it hit and found a slight slope and has now come to rest on the flat surface.
It's a little bit of a back and forth slide, but you might have fun. You won't turn into a melting paste, so it seems.
When you say fun, I'm not more confident.
Well, some kids climb trees with they're younger and consider that fun. Some kids read books and draw pictures. I don't know what type of kid you are, but I do find it exciting.
Okay.
And he'll like find maybe if there's any grown obsidian or any rocks that he could find. He'll probably tie a knot around one and lower it down the shaft.
So you lower lower it up. All right. And you start to go down?
Yes, he'll go down and have Sid fly down.
Simon will head down right after him.
Mel's gonna hang back a little bit just to listen for curiosity's sake.
So we're doing this, huh?
Looks like we might be at least the first 10 feet or so. It's got to be
Basalt
cooler than the
will hold.
surface. To be clear, like, is it hotter down there or is it hotter up here?
It's hotter down there. You push, it is getting heated up, but still not too uncomfortable. It's not burning you. It is causing this dehydration, and the natural walls of the shaft widen near the base. Heat and light begin radiating from a bubbling lake of lava that itself has a ceiling of lava above it. You figure that's what you saw, and you can see in the as you look above and see the monolith way up, you see that there are snaking corridors that lead from here that may lead to the large stone structure. There seems to be 3 passages that open from here: northwest, west, and south. And there's a flow of lava through what seems to be an exit to the northeast.
And none of those paths seem like a clear way to the monolith or the
You can't tell.
Look like it was carved, or it's just a naturally formed.
Most of this seems like it was just naturally put out.
Jujol, you have 2 more jumps left.
Yep.
a lot of these
Why don't we just-
volcanic mountains have tons of chambers, so we have to make sure that we keep track of which ones we go through.
Or we just jump to that monolith if that's where we're trying to go.
Do you see any possible balconies or openings in it?
I mean, we're here to scout and ambush the ship. Do we need to go in the monolith at all? Like, not to
Then
be
why did we
skitty,
come up here?
just to see if there was a better opportunity to ambush.
I thought we were coming up here to look at the building.
We see the building. It's a nice building.
But what's in the building?
I would have to agree with my curious friend here.
Okay.
I'd rather not die trying to satisfy our curiosity when that's not what we came here for. Jujol, grab a rock and we can come another day once my siblings are in safe harbors.
Instead, I'm over here for support, so if it's best to go and wait to provide the docking area, then so be it.
Especially since only one of us has 9 lives.
7, 6.
I've lost count.
By now I would have said 14, but you know, I'm bad with fingers.
And just walking the shoreline was not viable, right? Like it was there was like flowing bits of molten rock still.
You could have tried. I mean, you did not choose to go near the shoreline. This is what you asked. You
Yeah.
said you want to. You said where? I said, where do you want to go? And Royden
said
said
up.
up.
Yeah. And Jujol is asking this now, like, why didn't we just walk the shoreline?
We can definitely go back. No problem.
All right, so he Royden tosses a rock at Jujol. He
Yep.
hadn't grabbed one.
I put it in my rock pocket.
Do you not have them
Kitchen.
labeled, man?
Though this one's a nice black, like probably basalt volcanic rock. Like
I feel like as long as I'm touching all of them at once and I'm thinking of the right place, we're good to go. It doesn't say I don't have to touch just that one. I just have to have it.
You sure you're not a lawyer?
It's so funny. It's like
The old
Dragon.
rules as written versus rules as intended debate.
Oh, so you take a rock, and what do you want to do?
I guess I'll lead them down since we did the tour of the nice building.
So you're going back up the shaft?
Let's get a consensus first. Do you guys
Yeah.
want to walk the shoreline, or
Right.
should we just call it a day for now and go drink some water?
I mean, back down to the shore seems cooler and smarter at this point. That's my 2 cents.
And Joel's talking about just leaving the island, going back to Darktoe for now.
Or walking the shoreline. Yep, one of those
Yeah.
two. Any input? Anybody?
I came here to help Caldrum get his siblings. I mean, I'm not sure when the boat is supposed to come, but
I say
Yeah.
let's go look at stuff.
I like this guy. And he slaps him on the shoulder.
I mean, if we get too hot or too thirsty, we could just pop out of here, right? That's the theory.
That's the backup plan.
I mean,
But I
is
just wanna
this
make sure-
place-
Go ahead.
Matt, is this place completely desolate, right? Is there no animals or plants at all here? Or
You
anything
saw
like that?
evidence of hellhounds.
Hellhounds.
Okay.
And then some big feet
Right.
prints.
I would say, as a ranger, you see signs of life. I can't imagine you'd be down here. You see at least signs of 3 dragons that seem to be moving. Like, you think there's a lot that could be here, a lot of creatures, all having some reason why they could survive and thrive here.
Right. But nothing to sustain like us in particular, right? I'm just thinking enough.
There does not
Like
seem to be
regular
wildlife as such. If your guest creatures had to eat like meat from here, you'd assume they fish.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I was looking at Natural Flora. It says twice as much food if I forage, but nothing about water. So, which is interesting. But yeah, so I can't help on the water bit. I was just looking. Yes, I guess we'll climb back up then.
I mean, I can make water, but I'd need a container.
I hear that some cultures use skulls as drinking vessels. And he looks at the the lich.
I think we're going to need more than just what Thaz's skull can hold.
What about Thaz's hat?
You can
Is
take
that-
it back. I'm fine.
No, I'm saying we could if we want. I think you should continue to wear your hat. I think you look wonderful in it, Thaz.
Do you think I could get like a monocle with the hat?
You know what? I bet Tom could do that for you.
Oh, really good.
Yes.
Like Thaz's peanuts.
Also, it's like one of those fur trapper hats because it was from my winter get-up, so it's one of those.
But Thaz does not sweat, so it doesn't really matter.
No, it's also made of copper at the moment, and for all future moments too, is my guess.
Where is So we'll climb up here and start heading back down to Watertown.
Okay. In that case,
As we get to the top, can we look around and make sure there's not like somebody hanging around waiting for us at the top?
yeah, make a perception check.
Poor thing.
I rolled as well.
I am an idiot.
I rolled a 34.
Nice.
Okay.
Expertise is redonkulous.
All right. As you begin to move, I'd say you're looking out right in. So roll a d4 for me.
Sure. And that will be a 4.
Okay. You see the surface, the angle that Mel's pushing on the shaft as they're climbing up begins to give way. And you see glowing red behind the cracks. Now, Mal can make a check here. Or you can give Mal advantage, but you suffer the consequences of the check along with Mal. Because you'd have to come in there and get in there.
Yeah, I'll give him advantage to try to help him out.
Okay. Royden yells, and you see this bursting. This immense heat is coming up. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save with advantage, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Non-magical effect, right?
Correct.
Doesn't matter. Never mind.
It's natural.
Oh, lucky number 7. Actually, that would
Add the
be
D4.
plus the D4 minus the D4 from the Bane if it's still in effect.
Yeah, it's still up.
All right, I'll just do it physical. Plus D4 is 3, minus D4 is 1, so that's a net of plus 2, so 12 becomes 14.
14. Okay. You go in. Royden is able to grab you right before you would become submerged into what seems just to be a random pool of lava that was about to cut, and you fall into as it begins to pour down the rest of the shaft lightly, and you make up the rest.
Thanks.
Not today.
That would have been an ignominious death for damn sure. Wait, hang on.
So no one.
That would have hurt.
No one wants to be known as the Blink King that met his death in lava.
It's a bad look. It's a
Yeah, and as a note here, lava will be doing 6d10 fire damage should you
Yeah.
any lava you see.
It's okay, man. Anakin come back.
Can you?
So with that, you're able to make your way back down to the shore. Is ultimately a 3-hour trek.
Right.
So that means we'll need 3 cons. Remember your disadvantage if you have medium or heavy armor. So we'll do
11 for the first one.
okay. So that's a fail. And every fail is going to be a level of exhaustion here.
14.
14's the second one.
Yeah.
You're good.
27.
You're good. Yep. So 1.
Is 13 a fail?
For the first one.
For the second one.
For the second one, 13's a fail.
Okay.
Are you rolling your D4s? Or are you just.
I mean,
So I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I'll just tell you because you're going to. The first check DC 13, second check DC 14, third check is DC 15.
I failed one.
I failed one as well.
16, 17, and then 27.
There you go.
You're throwing Simon right into the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
Points and no exhaustion. I'm so excited.
I mean, I'm a barbarian, so I have proficiency in con saves. I also have maxed out con, so it's very hard for me to fail con saves.
I'm at fail, succeed.
Okay.
God, y'all are not feeling great.
No shit.
So I think that's 3 levels of exhaustion on Mal.
That should be up to 3. So 3 now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's not great.
So good.
No.
So Joel, just take us home.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws.
You
Have
suck at
speed
everything.
and disadvantage.
I think we've
Oh,
made
really?
great progress. We should all
Plus-
be proud of ourselves.
You have a stone, yes?
Yes. I'll grab another just in case.
Caldrum, can you add air conditioning to the armor? It's a little warm.
Okay. Everyone gather around, but not too close. You all stink. We're all sweating.
Simon squeezes everybody real close together.
Oh no. After having grabbed a second rock, we're gonna teleport back to the Wild Bloom.
Okay. So let's see here. Royden, you have how many levels of exhaustion?
I have only one.
1, and Cal has
1.
1, Tajal has.
2.
Okay. And then Simon has 0, and Mal's got 3. Perfect. In that case, Jajal, you need to roll your D100 as you're teleporting away from here. You want greater than 7.
Now that you said it, it's not gonna happen. Okay,
Trust the
fingers
dice.
crossed.
If he gets under 7, I'm changing to a cleric.
I think we're all changing to a cleric. Though.
Oh my
Told you.
god!
I fucking told you.
Oh
Yay.
my god!
What do you get?
A 4.
That's
Is there any way I could use a luck point
Impressive.
for this?
Oh
God
Impressive.
damn it.
That is so wild.
93% chance of success.
He's always been exceptional.
I mean,
The
that is
opposite direction,
essentially
though.
that is essentially basically rolling a d20. Just don't get the 1, and we're good. And
1.5.
See, for reasons like this, I wanted to be very clear what the scale was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the scale. Okay. So you grab it, you grab onto thinking of the wild bloom. And you pull everybody there. You feel the air of the sea, the cool air. It's wet, not cold, just soothing. And you bring it in the salt air.
We died.
It's firm. The sudden temperature messes with you a bit, but there's no checks. You're burned skin. A little sensitive under the sun. But it's good to be home. But there is an intense heat behind you. You feel it, like standing too close to a campfire. As
What's
you
behind
turn,
us?
as you turn, you see the island from where you took off. There's a hole. And as you stare through, bits of the rock move. Creatures come up from the magma and lava, look, make sounds that, to all you know right now, because you can understand the languages, go. A way out. A way out has been made.
Oh.
Tell Janath. Tell Janath. Janath! And this roar that to anyone who doesn't know Primordial sounds like flame and crashing rock echoes up the volcano.
I hear that and I scream back, "No, don't tell Janeth. It's a trap. If you come through here, you will get killed. Trust me. I'm being murdered.
Jajal, close it.
I don't know how."
Dispel it.
Oh, I guess that could work. Can I dispel magic on this thing?
You cast this. Okay, you go to cast a spell magic. And roll your spellcasting modifier.
I believe that's just a charisma, right?
Yeah,
Charisma roll. 15.
15. It stays.
Can I feel if it was close? Like,
You're not sure, but one thing you do feel is that it's getting stronger.
Oh, fuck. Move the ship.
To where?
Not near here.
Bro, we can take it to the harbor a little bit, but that's not as far as we can go.
If whatever's gonna pour out of this is probably gonna
So-
be molten rock.
So, is the portal or whatever the hell this thing is on the ship, next to the ship, on the land,
It seems to be floating above deck.
above deck.
Caius, move the boat. Move it now.
The ship waits for its captain's orders.
Yeah, I mean, certainly pull forward 10 feet and let's see if the damn thing stays put or comes with us.
Okay. This one need mount the helm.
Fine.
If you want to navigate, I need I'll say acrobatics check to. Essentially, you don't want any part of the ship to hit the portal.
Sure. That's acrobatics, not vehicle proficiency.
It would be
sailing, right?
vehicle. It actually would be vehicle. So
All
dexterity
right,
vehicle.
and I'm not attuned to the hat right now, so we'll just straight roll it.
Do you have
Sweet Jesus, 27.
Oh,
Okay.
goodness.
So carefully, you're able to move this off, and it just stays elevated about 20, 30 feet midair.
Joel, if those things start coming through here, we're going to have a problem bigger than the pyramid. Focus, and I'm going to cast guidance on him.
It didn't work.
Is Thola still below decks? Thola, cast. Anybody.
Your people aren't on deck. Any other people could deal with this are on.
Those are probably at the table.
They're
temple,
on the-
for sure.
I'll try casting it one more time.
And
Yeah,
I will
burn
give him my
inspiration.
inspiration, yeah, if I have to.
I've got one I could burn. Can I roll another one?
You
Try it
have
again.
guidance as well.
Okay, so let me see because it's a strong effect. At this point, you would need a 26.
He can't roll a 26.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Okay.
You can. He has less than. You have to roll a 19 or 20, and then if you roll a 20, you need a 3 on the guidance. If you roll, good luck.
Because it took time for y'all to get away with the ship. Let this
Well, I
become
mean,
more
I was
established.
just waiting for Mal to speak, but I would have yelled at him to do it again quickly because I know he has 2 castings of it. But it's
Okay.
fine.
I mean, I want to reflect what you feel like you would have done. So I'll give you we'll give you 23.
All right, inspiration advantage with my charisma. Good
And
luck,
a D4.
everybody.
And a D4.
Well, that's a natural 20.
Oh!
123. Wow.
423. Let's roll that sweet D4 just in case. So I've got a 25.
Jesus H.
All right.
Impressive.
Even if I was being stingy out of at least a 25. So with the
I
argument,
appreciate
therefore, you begin to see a large creature rise, beginning to move to try to secure it, and in just in enough time, you throw it up, concentrate the power of the Moonweaver moving through you, pushing through your rapier, and it vanishes.
I fall to my knees and just kind of hold my head on the deck.
Well done. And I go downstairs.
Oh my
He
god.
has the best of rolls. He has the worst of rolls. He has the best
Yeah,
of
that
rolls.
was pretty
he has the-
wild.
On Crabla.
So Royden actually gets above deck and he's eating a plate. Have you tried the cheese that's down here at home? It's amazing. What happened?
What are you talking about? You come from below deck? You were on the deck with us.
Oh no, yeah, but he saw the portal and he just went downstairs because he was hungry. Like we just got back from hiking up a mountain, and him just trekking us, making
But-
sure that we're staying alive.
He was like,
goes
that's
down
a
and
you
gets
problem.
food.
Peace.
Right, he goes downstairs and gets food.
At this
Like,
point, your friend hovers above deck and starts to towards
yeah,
Darktoe.
but fucking A.
Hang on,
Thank
buddy.
you.
Hang on,
I'm good.
hang on.
No,
Hang on, no, hang on. We're just gotta
he's
talk.
going.
I mean, I'm sure that's not dangerous, right?
We haven't laid ground rules. He's gonna wet the carpet.
I'll call it. I'll scream out, Thaz, will you at least hang out with us so you don't get accidentally like killed by somebody else?
We'll get
I'll be
you that
back
monocle.
soon.
No, hang on, Taz. Hang on.
Can you at least wait for us to get you your monocle before you leave?
Taz. Taz.
Looks at you.
Short conversation, right? This is our island home. Don't damage it. Don't hurt anybody. At the very least, don't make trouble. If you have questions, come talk to us. But like, let's keep the crazy and the necromancy down to like a minimum, at least for now. I have much more evil places you could go play if you're really curious. There's this island full of vampires. It's going to be amazing. That's entirely the place you should play. But this is a safe place. We like to keep it that way for now, at least. So
Yeah, our
everybody-
friends are here.
right. And if it gets weird, like weirder than it's actually been super weird already. Hang on, it's a whole story I could tell you. But like, if it gets strange around here, they're gonna probably tell us to take you somewhere very, very else, which won't be as much fun.
Not many people are as chill as we are. Trust me.
We're way chiller than most.
Make a persuasion check.
I am terrible at this. Let's do it.
Can I either
Not terrible.
own or
I mean, we've
Also
been
roll.
we're also trying to help here.
Okay, he can have advantage. I'll let you argue for your advantage.
I was just gonna say, man, I hear there's a great temple of the Raven Queen here. You should check it out.
Yeah, they're really good at making things go away, like errant souls. All right, with advantage. Second roll is a 7.
Oh my gosh!
I just suck at persuasion, to be honest. Always have.
Kind of.
Yeah, see, nice talk, good talk. See you later. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, we're gonna end up mopping him up in a couple of weeks, probably. We'll see.
And you watch, and she makes his way and allows himself to set upon the shores. And there is a blue glow as soon as he does. And he rises up as rock starts to make a body.
Hmm.
And he kind of sets nicely on this elemental rocky thing and begins to walk into the woods.
We created another evil, didn't we?
That remains to be seen.
You want to follow him? I'm pretty
No.
sure you'll see it.
I don't want to. I just kind of want to lay here.
Yeah, that's a reasonable choice.
Depends on if Thola's managed to put forbiddance down.
Well, the temple is basically like for forbiddance plus minus the damage.
All right. So, any bets on Thola versus Floaty Scully thingy?
I mean, I wouldn't want to fight Thola.
Yeah, and forbidden to be at the temple, not the island itself.
Right, exactly.
We should probably go check on him in a couple days, at least. Fuck. One more. Every problem we hit, we split into 2.
I love this. This was the best thing.
It's so us. It's very us.
A couple of days for a at this point probably full lich.
That's not how that works.
Oh.
Once they're in that form, they don't get to just magically go back to being a lich.
Oh, okay.
I
It
mean,
doesn't make
Krakens breed, vampires make new vampires. What liches do I have no idea.
He was a lich.
No, he's a Floaty
difference.
Scully thingy.
no, he's a fun size.
We should just put him in the pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll give that one a day. In the meantime, now that we're
I would
half
say
melted-
just always, I would say on that note, just beware of like the meta game because you do not necessarily know what's going on.
Right.
Like you don't know what Thaz's deal is, so just to kind of go, well, this one thing in the book, that's not what your character has learned in game. So
We learned in
All
game that he
Simon
was a
knows
lich.
is that Thaz is a friend
Right,
that
but that's all
likes
you know.
cat. All Simon knows is that he's a friend that likes the hat that he gave him. That's it.
Simon, do you know what the word liability means?
Nope.
Good.
What does it mean?
It means that it doesn't always help us.
Okay. He's still a friend, though.
He can
We-
be friendly,
he's-
but he can still be a liability.
He said we still need to make him his monocle. So,
You want to go check on him tomorrow and bring him a monocle? I'm sure Tonk has time to make a monocle. Shouldn't take long.
sure. I mean, I could go this afternoon. 'Cause, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I feel great. It's been a great day for me. I'm feeling awesome.
You remember that pool we went into that was ice freaking cold and tossed some of you into the air? I'm going to be there for a minute or two. I need to get really freaking cold. Also, my armor shouldn't droop this much, right, Cal? Like, it's kind of melty.
I'm not there.
Yeah, shitballs.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know why you guys didn't just follow my lead and just go down to the cloak, loincloth, and boot combo. It was
Because
great. It worked
we-
great.
We are weak turtles without shells. If you take my armor off of me, I am just a human. Unlike whatever thing. Never mind.
Well, then what about you, Jadal? You're not a human.
No, but I like covering my fur. I don't like being stabbed.
Viable. Yeah, reasonable choice.
Well, yeah, you guys, we try again. You get the rest, right?
Right. So we take a nap, go back tomorrow, and hope the ship's there by then, and maybe pop in an ambush. Caldrum, where's Caldrum? Wait, is he downstairs? Yeah, he's downstairs. Let's go grab Caldrum real quick. Caldrum War Room, 2 seconds.
Yeah, I guess.
Probably in the
Sure, I just want to get everybody together for 2 seconds. Given the stakes and the situation, and our foibles on the way to finding the island, how do you want to proceed?
Leave them.
What?
My father apparently thinks that they're fine on their own. We'll wait till Thola can get in touch with my brother and see when they're in a more hospitable place.
You're not serious. Your family, your blood, is going to be on that island in a day or two, or less. We'll see. You just want to leave them.
Yes, and you all just nearly died in the process, and we nearly released God knows what. And now there's a demi-lich, or whatever the fuck Thaz is, that I'm gonna have to go hunt down with Thola because he doesn't know how to fucking listen.
It's pretty on par with what we do.
But Cal
We have
has
an
a
armada
point.
sitting at our doorstep. They'll have to make do for the time being.
So you want to deal with Thaz first, and your kin just get what they get for now.
You can barely stand.
I'm a little
We can't
low
have you. We can't have you traipsing about the continents before this treaty is finalized.
I mean, for the record, I'm going to be stupid no matter what you do, so I don't feel like that comes into the equation quite so much. Cal, what about your family?
My
Ignore your
father
dad. Ignore your
apparently
dad. Like,
knows
put-
my siblings better than I do at this point, and
But-
he thinks that I'll just be in the way.
All right, honest question. Is this like a pity party, or are you serious? If you really think they're going to be okay by themselves, I'll take your word for it, but like, blood is blood, man.
They can't be leverage if they're dead.
That's an awful answer.
Maybe they wear light armor.
You're sure, or you're bullshitting me, or you want to take a nap and talk about it tomorrow. That's totally cool too. Like, Thaz we can deal with in relatively short time, but again, your issues with your dad, I understand. Well, I actually don't understand, but I'll take your word for it. Like, if you think your siblings are fine, I got nothing more to say. If there's a fighting chance in hell we get them back, we'll go fight.
They've managed to survive till this point. There's no reason to doubt that they wouldn't for some time.
Why don't we ask Thola at least to check in on them and see how they're actually doing? It's a rational mid-ground, right? No risk. Just pop in their heads and say, everything cool? You getting dry rations still? Chance it?
Sure.
Okay. I'll take that as a compromise. You raised a good point about the portal and the thing that came behind, though. We are taking a lot of maybe unnecessary risks for Darktoe. Want to go talk to Thola?
Maybe tomorrow.
If you have that kind of time.
I either do or I don't.
I don't want you making an important decision in an emotional state. That's all. I could do it myself, but it's your battle.
By all means.
Do it myself?
Are we done?
As you wish.
And I go back down to my room.
And I'll go back up top deck. It's like a teenager. All right. Portal is closed. I'm not in great shape. I'll at least peel out the armor and put on the light leather for now. Not to be
You
carrying
don't
as
have
much
that.
weight.
You gave that to me.
Oh shit, you're right. I don't have backup armor. You are correct. I will keep the armor on then. I'd like to tromp over to Cal's dad's shop.
Okay.
Is he available? Do I hear the ringing of the hammer?
You do hear the ringing of the hammer. It's
All right.
very busy. It is roughly morning.
Okay. I will rap upon the door or clang upon something metal to get attention because it's probably too loud already.
Yeah, it's gung, 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 and just look. He's Oi! Planking. Mal.
Master Smith.
He bows.
I will bow in return, but not as low. Good sir, I have a urgent matter for you. It's close to your heart, possibly. We'll see. You don't have any obligation to answer, but I'm curious. How concerned are you about your children at sea?
Looks at you. Shuts the door behind him. I'm terrified.
So it may be a surprise to you that Caldrum and some small strike team risked life and limb to go attempt to scout out their situation, find out whether or not they were in a good position or not, with the assumption or belief that maybe he could rescue them. Does that surprise you?
No. He
Was
would do anything, I think, for his siblings.
was it the right choice? In your view,
He pauses, yeah. In my view, I would be a selfish man if I were to put the lives of all these people and children after my own.
And no one's asking you to make that particular trade. But Caldrum is willing to make that trade today.
And Caldrum is a hero. The strike team, I assume, was his old crew.
Largely.
Looks. All the people that Darkto needs.
Again, largely old crew. Not entirely.
And you wouldn't be talking to me if you were successful, I assume.
Completely true. Well, you, we, whatever the royal we looks like. Yeah. But
Certainly.
given there's risk involved, and obviously that's the case, we can commit resources and try again. We can delay. I can certainly check with some associates to see if things are still relatively safe or healthy for your progeny. But the need to bring back the old blood to the island, or at least to take care of our own, is one of the rallying cries of this community. Maybe Caldrum's losing faith. I don't know. Maybe he needs a conversation to reaffirm those values. Your place is very clear, and your objectives are pretty obvious in terms of taking care of the island, the people. Is this worth the gamble?
He begins crying. He thinks,
It's an impossible question.
I will answer it like this then. There is there are some who still owe me favors that will greatly aid Darkto, should I call them in. And I would be willing to do so should my children be brought safely to me.
Understood.
Therefore, it is of a risk on another hand.
It's a different game, different odds.
Yes.
That's fair. I appreciate your counsel. When you get a chance, maybe not today, maybe not this week, probably want to level your boy and help him understand why you choose what you choose, because you have the same hopes and goals and direction, but you do not see eye to eye.
No, we never did.
Well, you're not going to live forever, neither is he. Actually, the odds are much more in your favor than his, but still. You might want to clear that up at some point. Ain't gonna last forever.
Just kind of looks at you. It's, you can see a man here who is trying to probably not erupt into tears, and so is shifting to an official personality and stance.
And I will look away as if not to see any tears that happen.
And he goes, "Please wait here, Majesty."
You could call me PK, but I'll be insulted regardless. So
Okay, PK.
Captain Mal is fine.
Captain Mal. Perfect. And he goes for a second, and he'll come back with a thin black box, somewhat deep, and he opens it, and you see there is a beautiful short sword carved, or not carved, but adorned with golden leaves. You see an amazing cloak with embroidery of birds within silver thread and deep leather boots. Says these. I assume you've seen my son make things of
Very many
power.
times.
Yeah.
Very many times. In fact, I was there when he had access to the World Forge.
And he talks, I'm sure, of metals and ingredients. These were made within hours. These were made with what would almost be considered common ingredients. And it is these common ingredients that I can secure. I think you can imagine the impact they might make should all of Darktow be equipped such. And you've seen enough at this point to understand that these are boots of Elvenkind, cloak of Elvenkind, and a beautiful +1 short sword. Similar things would happen to anything made from these materials that I could get here.
That is quite the statement, and that would change the balance of power in this region quite a bit. So it's dangerous to even talk about the possibility at this phase.
And it could be as limited as you'd like it to be. My point is, if you're going to take such a strategic risk, you can see how it could have a strategic bonus.
Sure. I understand what you're offering. Do your apprentices know this method or technique, or is it just you?
It's honestly not hard to teach.
Okay.
I worked very hard to keep Cal from learning it.
To what end?
It because he's always sought to solve his problems with his weapon. Not his forge. And the hand that makes these, though they be wielded for battle, should always be thinking in what they can create, not what they can destroy.
Just to be clear and obvious, what you've created has destroyed many, many things. Lives, ships, empires almost. We're not quite to that point, but we're getting closer. If you spend your life creating weapons of war, they'll be used for war, right?
Of course. I just see it differently. It's... I am in control of that. I create so many, and then I stop and I don't. But the hand of the forge does not raise their own sword.
So you're in the enlightened position of picking the winners and losers, but you're not doing the fighting.
Correct. And that is how I forge.
You accept accountability for the deaths, though, right?
I don't
What choice do you have, right?
In a sense, I am not free from the blame.
You
It
have
is not a
forged-
way of removing myself from accountability. It is a way of making sure my mind is thinking clearly. If you ask me, am I as guilty as the one that stabs the heart?
that would never be my accusation. My point is, when you are at the sword's point and you had to forge for people to make weapons you may not have even wanted to make for people you didn't believe in or didn't want to reinforce, you had no choice. But outside the circumstance, today, for example, or in the future, you still decide who to forge for and why. And if the weapons are used for good or ill, they at least partially were you're doing. So you have agency, you have choice.
I forged here. Because I believe in supporting my son.
Even though at the time this was the Force hunting your son. It may have been his forge back.
So if you're talking about, he was forced by Darktoe to be in the forge.
Right. But that was after we left and when they were hunting us, right?
Yeah, and he was essentially captured.
Right.
And if you're kind of bringing that, he goes, he'll say, I was promised Cal would not be killed. Only captured.
Still think you need to talk to your son at some point. These are weak sense. Like a real talk. Like this pitter patter back and forth sniping. It's not real. Think about it. I'm not forcing anything, nor would I. But I think you two need to really understand each other.
He always seeks my approval. And I'd rather my son not be so weak as to require it.
You haven't seen the Cal I have seen. We'll sort that out. So, if we have a reasonable chance to bring back your other progeny, we will. If the cost is too high, you understand why.
Indeed.
Your loyalty, or at least your energy and efforts, seem to be in the right place, at least towards Darktoe and maintaining the peace as we see it. There are much worse days ahead. We'll see where we go from here, but your unresolved family situation needs some attention. Promise me to think about it, and I will take my leave.
I will.
Thank you. And I'll just walk right out the door, shut it behind me, and just ghost off into the darkness.
All right. And then we will end for tonight. You watching? We will catch next week. See you then.
Good night.
Bye.